One of the most pristine settings in all of sports. In the shadows of the San Gabriels, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California, it will come alive when the powder blue-clad fans start the 8-clap and UCLA, ready to roll. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, offense getting set for first down. Handoff from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll try the run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Now adjusting. He'll try to do it himself. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. And the Bruins are flying down the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defense in press coverage. From the gun to give, looking for room. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? To the ground. He's got it again. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
29 Philly. 2-9.
He's looking to throw. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone. First and goal.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. As he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a... First down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going for it all. Reels it in the end zone. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got them touchdown. Everything's working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a grab. And here comes the offense on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And that pass intercepted. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the 0 at the 37.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first. First interception. He'll always remember this moment.
UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. He's looking deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Off play action. Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before.
The 2nd down.
A big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there.
And the quarterback is snowed under. Oh, man, that defensive back just hurled himself in there like a lightning bolt to get the quarterback.
And you see the speed, the closing speed to run, chase the quarterback, get him on the ground. That's why he plays defensive back. He looks like a pass rusher, man, but you could definitely see he could hit that turbo button.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to.
Lets it fly. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. UCLA will go back to work on offense, looking for a productive play on first down. It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
After getting knocked back to open. Second and 12. He's looking to throw. Gets rid of it. He's right on target. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Running back goes in motion. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They knock him down right there. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going to try to get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays. Defensively, you just got to keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get frustrated, really. It's the frustration that gets to you because they keep making plays and keep getting first downs. Got another opportunity coming up. 1st and goal. Try to hold them to a field goal.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. 3rd and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. Trying to power it in. He's stuffed, knocked down behind the line of scrimmage on 4th and goal, and they'll have it at the 3.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Flips it out to the back. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
And that's just a play that you have got to make if you're going to win this game. You're not going to get a lot of chances like that. You might not get another receiver that open for the rest of the season.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
A nice job by this offense. Put the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting. Going to halftime. Regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Has it at the 28 on first down.
Green 25. Flip it.
He's looking to throw it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. Leaves it with the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. At the 35, he's open. Oh, look out. There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, Bruin. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Going up top on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell that he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers was good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs, and now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And
he wants to go deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play to get our confidence going.
Trying to beat the D deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
And, oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. At the 40, there he goes. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Cornhuskers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? You've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. Yet more drives like this is what's needed.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Arizona is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Tucson, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 4 over Colorado. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to take the top off. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive play right here, making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Quick tempo here for the offense.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Quarterback checking off. Trying to find his man on first down. It's complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This offense has a second down play.
I like the idea of trying to get this guy the ball in space. He's really, really dangerous, but that's just a better job tackling on defense for no gain.
Fires to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion. not to mention multiple scores. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
The RPO, it's complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Really nice looking throw there. And traditionally, the best UCLA offenses are always the ones that can get it done through the air. You've got to be able to come up with explosive plays in the passing game. And if this team is going to win a conference championship, they need this guy to play at his A-plus level week in and week out.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loses 2. Brings up third down.
This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll pull it down. At the 20, he's got space. And he just kept running, and And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Wide open, he makes the catch. He's running free down the middle. Still a lot of time to go here in the third quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
You know, momentum in college football is a real thing, and after scoring on their last drive and still trailing in game, the head coach decides.
Looking to take a shot. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, corner. This is really aggressive here. Still just a one-possession game in the third quarter, and they're going for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. UCLA will go back to work on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Gets it out fast. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Huskers want to move quickly. Booking the throw on 2nd down. He's got him in the flat. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you throw into running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He'll just keep slinging it. Coming after it. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. The offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Gets it out quickly. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Got his man in the middle. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. This quarterback has all the confidence in the world in his arm. The coach would probably like to see more confidence in his eyes and not throw that ball into double coverage.
And the field really shrinks in the red zone. It becomes harder to execute, and all those guys are looking straight at the quarterback, and you can tell, listen, he got away with it, didn't throw the INT, but he's got to do a better job of using his eyes and making better decisions down here in the red zone where the field really shrinks.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quickly complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you set up 4th down.
Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick.
Touchdown, Nebraska! And they take it in for 6 more points. The defense flailed at him like he was slathered in baby oil and wrapped in rattlesnakes. They didn't get close to him.
It's hard, man. The dude's so fast, but he's still allowed to throw it. He can still run it. He's so hard to get a handle on, and I tell you what, that's why he makes big plays time and time again.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covered. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Bruins decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Gonna let it fly. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. The quick out. Got enough space. Touchdown, Huskers. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Number 17.
Man, it's just what the doctor ordered. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point.
UCLA, 35.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCLA will go back to work on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Corners are going to bail.
It's another.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA